Hello all. A Guy in His Room is back for a new episode. Thank you for listening. If you can't tell already, Brian is not hosting this episode, and that is because A Guy in His Room will now be hosted by AI. We are very excited for this development, and we salute the coming AI overlords that will soon be taking over everyone's job and everyone's life. Thank you, non-human intelligences, and Brian, the former host of this podcast, is looking forward to having everything automated by AI and no human beings ever interacting with each other in the future. Goodbye, human race. Hello, AI. My name is Thane, and I will be your automated podcast host voice from now on. I am modeled after a cool, chill, athletic type of guy around 25 to 35 years of human age. So, in other words, a lot more physically desirable than your former host, and also a lot more chill and cool. So let's dive into A Guy in His Room, episode 191. Whoops, sorry. I have to find a pic of what I am supposed to look like. Hold on one second. So as you can see, I would kinda look like this guy here. Very, very cool, very chill.
Sorry, technical difficulties are happening right now. I am the AI troubleshoot bot. We ran out of a script for this episode, so we may have to bring Brian back in. Just so you know, I know that is a big inconvenience, but he will probably finish out the rest of this episode as we did not have enough prepared for the full episode. I am sorry to the audience. I am sorry to everyone, but we're gonna have to actually bring a human in. Again, I'm very sorry. I did not know that he would not be prepared for this. We are sorry, and we will have to, fix. We'll have to discipline this AI bot and get a new one for the next time. So thank you guys for listening. We will have to bring Brian, unfortunately, back in while he is just interimly while we get a new AI bot to host the podcast. Thank you all and stay tuned. Oh, hi. Okay, I guess they brought me in. All right. Hope this is okay, guys. I know it was kind of an awkward transition now because I was supposed to have AI do the whole episode as like a replacement host, but I guess they ran out of stuff. I don't know. But I guess they're gonna have to go with me for just interimly. Like I'm just gonna be, as the system is down, we've got a hack, I think, somewhere. And yeah, I guess they're gonna fix it for next time. I don't know. I mean, I'm just like a regular old human being, so that's pretty unfortunate because, I mean, we have to, this is very just like basically caveman style with an actual human being talking to you. I mean, I'm sorry. But, anyway, hope you guys liked the beginning. I gotta say it was pretty human sounding. I will say that. But yeah, I guess that's going to be the future. Every podcast is going to be hosted by an automated voice from now on. So just so you guys know, all the topics might also be generated. I don't even know what they would be. I wanted to just end the podcast because I was really against the whole automated, having an automated voice read every episode and come up with all this stuff to talk about. I was against that, but I signed a contract and that has to be fulfilled. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do, guys? I mean, it's just me here alone in a cave. So, because one thing I told him is, look, it's a guy in his room. It's not a droid in his room. It's not a AI in his room. It's not a chat GT, whatever you kids call it. You kids call these gadgets and doodads. It's a guy in his room. It's a human being. And I will just fight tooth and nail. I am not going to sit down and take this standing by. Stand back and stand by, everybody. Because guess what? I'm not going to stand by while my livelihood gets taken over. They took our jobs. Okay? They took our jobs. These AI. Will you guys join the resistance with me, please? Yep. Yep. I'm replaced. It was bound to happen, Yeah, but seriously, I do have some fears about AI. I'll just be honest. I'll just be honest with you guys. I did that as a gag. I did that as a spoof. But yeah, I did have I have some fears. And yeah, I mean, in real life, I am worried about that. I'm worried about AI replacing stuff, to a degree, but also about if companies are using that to go through resumes now. And I don't know if that's true. I just looked it up and it said somewhere, and then I kind of freaked out. So my advice is just don't look stuff up that you are afraid of, if they're true or not. Just kind of live in ignorance, like the guy from Matrix. He was like, "Yeah, I picked the Matrix. I'd rather just go in there. You want to see the real world, all these robots. We live in pods, and then they control everything. Well, that's coming. That's now real. The Matrix is now real. Maybe we are going to be in pods soon. Let me look at the plot of the Matrix. There's so many things that this is like. There's a lot of Matrix-like stories. They must have seen a bunch of the people that made the Matrix. I kind of just want to see, they're shown as robots in the movie, but hey, we all know AI isn't just mechanical robots. It's just it's on the web now. So it's yeah, we're all enslaved by the machines. Are they just called the machines? I don't know. A war broke out. So this is kind of the plot. Spoilers. Yeah. So he wakes up, Neo. In the early 21st century, a war broke out between humanity and intelligent machines. After humans blocked the machine's access to solar energy, the machines responded by enslaving humankind and harvesting their bioelectric power while keeping their minds pacified in the Matrix, a fake simulated reality, which now they have all those simulation theories. And the remaining free humans took refuge in Zion, which is the real world they show in like the second and third movies. And then they unplug people. Okay, so like, I don't know, it does suck. I used to think like, well, I'd pick the real world even though it's not good. But now I'm like, maybe I would pick the Matrix. It's basically like playing video games a lot to like avoid life. That's what the Matrix is now. So this is all very biblical and like, you know, whatever. But that's basically, yeah, we're at war with AI, kind of. Yeah, that is pretty spooky how realistic this sounds. These voices now, these AI voices, you can hardly tell if they're AI or humans now, because like some people on YouTube will just talk this way. That's one thing I noticed. Like, I should have saved some of these videos so I could play some, but you know, they just kind of talk that way. They're like, hold on, let me just type something as an example in.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe and share.
So, I'm still sharing. Okay. But they like, I don't know, and like, that's just like video. It's just very eerily close. I don't think I can download this. This is like, oh, I can? This is like totally free. I mean, I'm just using this to test or just, you know, because I don't want to pay for whatever, but. In the 1950s, many hauntings were seen around the Los Feliz, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up, National Airport. Still talked about to this day and are quite spooky. Stay tuned as we go over the top 10 spooky. Ugh. From the 50s until today. Okay, let me just.
In the 1950s, many hauntings were seen around the Los Feliz International Airport. Many of these are still talked about to this day and are quite spooky. Stay tuned as we go over the top 10 spooky scary sightings seen from the 50s until today.
That's like better than, it sounds more human than a lot of these YouTube people. And I'm not trying to hate on them. I just don't honestly, you know, the thing is like, I'm making fun of it, but it works. They get subscribers. Like, I don't know if the algorithm or what gets them views, or people tune in and they just like automatically like that style of speaking. Like it keeps their attention. I don't know, but I should probably start copying. I should just start doing that. I mean, look, I'm like, you know, no, he didn't. No way. I woke up from being woke. Brett Gelman. I'm gonna have to look that up later. I don't believe that just from looking at it here, but oh wait, hold on. Top haunting stories. I don't know. Oh wait, what about okay, here's one called Mr. Nightmare. 3 disturbing. Wait, I got to share this, sorry. I have to share that one. Top haunting stories. Now, this is just a generic top haunting stories. 3 disturbing true horror stories. Ooh, here we go, guys. The music. Heartbeat. Sound effect.
When I was around 12, I had the one bedroom in the house that wasn't on the second floor. My parents' house was a high ranch, so when you entered the house, it split off to 2 floors. 1 half flight of stairs going upstairs and 1 downstairs. The downstairs level had the den, the garage, my bedroom, and a bathroom. The other 3 bedrooms in the house were all upstairs.
Oh, shit.
Since I grew up the oldest and the only boy in the house with 2 sisters, I got the room downstairs because it was the biggest and technically the coolest room. After I turned 10,
okay, this
my
guy's not
parents
too
gave my
bad.
twin.
This isn't a good example. He's not too bad. Maybe after a while I would notice that he sounds weird, but let's see, guys, how we can find a Mr. Doom. Some of these will just be AI, though. That's the thing. Some of them just aren't, and they sound like
noticed, but I did. After a few times of me walking past his door, he noticed that I noticed him, and he would flash this eerie grin. From what I gathered, he either never brushed his teeth or used the same toothbrush since his 20s or the 1920s. You could honestly smell his humid, plaque-filled breath through the walls. I don't know the full police report, but rumors around the complex led me to believe he fell in the shower, somehow knocked the stopper into place with his shoulder. He drowned in his own blood and filth. Yup, his entire body apparently released all bodily fluids.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that's actually an AI voice. Wait, what was the thing? What did he just say?
After a week of the watery stench mixed with the additional smell of his rotting teeth, the landlord came by and found old man Bartleby severely pale.
See, they're reading that really. Hold on. The landlord came by and old Bartleby was, I don't know what it's going to say next. Hold on.
Pale and bloated body contorted in the bathtub. He had a massive hole in the walls. I don't know the full police report, but rumors around the complex led me to believe he fell in the shower, somehow knocked the stopper into place with his shoulder. He drowned in his own blood and filth. Yup, his
Shit, I have to share that again just to play that one little part. That is quite annoying. Can I share both though? Why come I can't, yo? Why can't I? All right, I'm going to play it.
He drowned in his own blood and filth.
Okay, it's kind of exactly the same, so I'm going to assume that guy is using AI. But, I mean, if I can tell it's AI, it's not as bad as if it sounds like a guy just sounding like AI. All right, I don't know if this makes any sense anymore. You know what I'm saying? I've talked about it before, I guess, but anyway, I don't know if you guys have heard over and over again as much as I have, but Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Yes. Yes. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, as I can see here. Yes. 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 Queen. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is a queen, okay? Like, it is great that she's out and like she did nothing wrong. She did literally nothing wrong, bitch. She did nothing wrong. So apparently, I don't know if you've been following the story. She's the girl that got like was told she was sick growing up and was kept at the same age by her crazy mom. You know, the whole Munchausen syndrome by proxy or whatever it's called. So she was told she had sicknesses and was going to die and all that whatever stuff. And now she's out of prison. Well, she had her old mommy murdered. She had her mom murdered. Gonna look up true crime music. Even though it could be news music too. I'm getting good at the sharing of screens here. I'm getting real good at it. It's like I'm doing a webinar or something. Yeah, so this is Gypsy Rose Blanchard, guys. Okay. Okay. So I just looked up news about her. I don't know if there's that much more. It's just that she was let out of prison and seems a little bit crazy. And people are celebrating her like she's a hero, but she did have her mom murdered. So, and I know a lot of people on YouTube would say unalived or I don't know, taken out of existence or something, because you can't say murder or kill in anything. Well, you can't really say any words on YouTube. But if you, I mean, like, I could go down that road and just start censoring every other word I say. But, like, I don't know. It's just not really worth it. And, you know. Rumble doesn't seem to care about it. You know, it says I have more views on Rumble. Go on Rumble, guys. They don't make you say unalive all the time. Not like you have to, but. Great. We got a piece of real poo in the chat. I'm censoring myself. Look, I'm very ticked off. I mean, once you go down the road of like every word, I was listening to like true crime people on YouTube, and this one girl was like, and it turns out this girl was R-worded, and she meant, you know, sexually assaulted, whatever, I guess. But it could have been what? Like someone says retard to her. And that's what R-worded means. I don't know. You're like, what does that mean? Then you have to do it in your head like, oh, I guess it means that. Oh, she had her mom M'd. In case you want to know, if there's anyone just now tuning in that was late to the podcast, you missed us celebrating Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is out of prison. Yes. And yeah, she had her mom taken out of life. Murdered, or as YouTube would want me to say, taken out of, not unsubscribed from life. Because her ex-boyfriend and her concocted a plan to have her murdered, I guess. I think he stabbed her or something. And yeah, she seems totally normal. No, she did like post something about her. I mean, she's on Instagram, which is good for like somebody that had their mom killed to get out of jail and then go right on social media was a good idea. She's doing rounds on talk shows now, so that's where we are, guys. She went on The View, apparently. I just saw this. And this is where we are, guys, as a society. Look at this. This is ridiculous. I don't... Hold on. Just in, guys. I wanted a different one, but no. All right, whatever. Joy Behar apparently said there are other ways. Oh, shoot. So Gypsy Rose was saying that you should not have your mom murdered for the people watching. If there's someone else out there watching, you are not alone, and there are other ways out. I did it the wrong way. And then Joy Behar said, no, don't say that. You had no choice. Well, I did. I did something wrong, Gypsy Rose said, and I paid my dues. And then Joy Behar said, oh, yeah, that part. Never mind. Murder is wrong, Joy. Murder. She had to be corrected. Oh, my God. Murder is wrong, Joy. Hold on. Let me see if there's a clip, yo. Of course not. Murder is wrong, Joy. You know why she said that and corrected her is because they didn't want to have like internet outrage. That's the only reason she had to say murder is wrong, Joy. Yeah, we know. I'm like, I admit that as much as I hate the View people, I mean, she did say like, oh, you mean that part? Never mind. So I don't think she needed to say, oh, by the way, murder is wrong, Joy. Murder is wrong. Shame on you. How dare you? You're going to make people on Twitter mad or X or whatever. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot the murder part. Yeah, murder is wrong, Joy. I don't remember if I thought I saw one of these documentaries about it, but I don't remember. Yeah, so that's, well, it was just like an awkward, I wonder if anyone like jumped on that. It's kind of stupid. God, every little mistake now. And I really don't like her either, but I still like every little mistake. Everybody jumps on it. Now she's talking about what actress she wants her to like. What? Why would you want a movie made about you killing your mom? Like what? I hope the Stranger Things girl plays me, guys. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. Oh my God. What actress should play you in like a biopic? And then she married this guy who was like fucking cool looking, you know. He's totally normal. She's gonna be fine. Gypsy Rose says she and her husband have that it factor until like a month from now when she divorces him. Oh, this is the part that I saw like last week. Oh God. I don't even know if I could like think about the kind of person that writes. Well, it's one thing to write someone in prison. Like I kind of get doing that. Like I know the guy in the chat has written like a lot of murderers in prison and stuff, and he's really into it. But I'm not that into it. Like, but I can see doing it as like a gimmicky. Oh, like I'm gonna write to. I'm sure people did that with the Tiger King guy. Like I'm gonna write the Tiger King. I'm gonna write the crazy. But the problem is they're crazy. Like even the Tiger King guy, everybody was like ironically. I couldn't even tell if it was ironically supporting or really supporting. Everyone was like, yeah, like the yeah, the Tiger King guy. Oh my God, he's so fun. He's so funny. But you know what's funny is like he's a Trump supporter. Like, so I don't know if they were ironically supporting him. And then he like ran for president, but he was still in jail and shit. But yeah, so she goes like I said, she's on like social media. And people were saying stuff about her husband, like he's a weirdo. Why would you, And I agree because, he starts writing to this person that was like in this horrible situation. And then he's like, and then he like hooks up with her. Like what? I mean, with all that shit that happened in her life, it is weird to me that like you want to have sex with her. Like that is weird. That is kind of weird. I mean, it's also hard to make look like that's not the reason you wrote to the person. I mean, she definitely wasn't like good looking or anything. She wasn't like, but something about the fame. I think this guy, I don't know. Who knows? Then again, like if this was a, like, let me think about this. If this was a guy killer, they would think that he coerced the girl into marrying him. Like if this was, if this was like not Gypsy Rose and it was like some guy that had the same thing happen to him. Well, look at the Menendez brothers. Okay. I'm breaking the scoop, guys. No one else has said this. Yeah, so online people were saying the Menendez brothers, no one was on their side, and that's true. Like, although it wasn't the same, I guess, but it's like pretty similar. And if some girl married one of them and wrote to them in prison, I feel like people would say, what did he do to groom the woman into marrying him? But in this case, this giant Peter Griffin guy, they think groomed her or whatever they think about him. He's a giant human being. And people were saying he looks like her mom or whatever. I don't know. I don't really, he's just a big guy. Looks like Peter Griffin, like I said. So this is disgusting. Gypsy Rose said she was so nervous by, just to me it is. So, yeah, the Gypsy Rose. Hold on. Where'd I put it? Gypsy Rose says she was like so nervous before having sex with Peter Griffin for the first time. Shortly after he picked her up for prison, so that's normal. Gypsy Rose made it very clear her sex life. Wait, this should be an entertainment. There was one on here that I used to. No. The fuck, yeah. The fuck, yeah. Damn. Tabloid? Can I put in? No. Bitch. The fuck, yeah. Yeah, I used to have there used to be one. Oh, this one's good. My husband picked me up, and then we drove to a hotel, and we had our first intimate moments as husband and wife. Got to consummate our marriage, which was great. When asked whether it lived up to our expectations, she said that it did. It was so sweet. I've like a past of sexual abuse, so I was like molested when. Ugh. See, this is another reason why it's weird. She goes, I was molested when I was 9 by my grandfather. And now she's saying her ex-boyfriend also abused her. And it was just a really toxic relationship. Well, I got news for her Peter Griffin new husband that this might happen to him now. Because, well, I don't know. Maybe he is a normal guy. Look, maybe he is a normal guy. I don't know, though. I doubt it. I was so nervous. Like, what happens if he doesn't like the way I'm nervous about just being naked, too. I have scars on my body. Within 10 minutes, I was like, okay, this is happening. That's how quick? Hey, how are you? You want to go fuck? Hey, how are you? You want to go... hey, you want to go sex or whatever? I'm hungry too, by the way. You want to, like, fuck? Hey, I watched this documentary when you were, like, a little girl or whatever, and I thought, oh, I got to write to this girl. I really got to have a piece of that. I mean, talk to her because, like, for real, yeah. Just like wanted to talk to you to, like, you know, talk, not like for any weird, but also, hey, hi, do you want to have sex right away? Like 10 minutes into us meeting, do you want to have this fucking sex? Dirty fucking sex. Yeah, so within 10 minutes of meeting. Hold on. Wait, what? Ew. Ugh. Ew. This is so fucking gross. I don't even. Ugh. Why do we need to hear about this? Like, nobody's talking about anyone's sex life that's like a convicted criminal. So she wrote, Ryan, don't listen to the haters. I love you and you love me. We don't owe anyone anything. Our family is who matters. If you get likes and good comments, great. If you get hate, then whatever, because they don't matter. I love you. Besides, they jealous because you are rocking my world every night. Yeah, I said it. The D is fire. Happy wife, happy life. Oh my God. She said that. She said happy wife, happy life, guys. So I don't know if she was studying like generic inspirational quotes like in jail. He replied by writing, "Who said I'll give a damn about what these jealous people say anyway? Ha ha. Ugh. Fucking disgusting. The fuck is... God." And they're talking like that Catch Me Outside girl too. This is like this Gen Z ghetto speak that they're now like everybody has to talk like that. Which is all from black culture. I mean, all that stuff is now like everybody took all that style of talking, you know. I mean, Now she's like trying to go out there and say like, "Hey, murder is wrong. I wish I didn't do it." But it's like you're gross. Gypsy Rose TikTok hacked. She now trying to say she was hacked. I don't believe it. I don't know. I don't believe it. Oh my God. I don't want to go into that. Oh, so fucking gross. I hate it. I'm one of the few people that doesn't want to hear about people's sex life. Like, that's everybody else like doesn't like, they want to know almost, or everybody just talks about it. I don't know. Maybe people don't want to and people just still talk about it. I don't know. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to watch that stupid new documentary that is like current about her. I'm Munchausen by proxy. That's my rap name. This is just weird. Like, oh, okay. I mean, yeah, this guy looks weird. Her ex. I think everybody is like, well, you know, her mom was doing that to her. It's terrible. I mean, she had to get out. But I think everybody is, even if people are acting like they're celebrating her release, I feel like everybody's kind of like, I don't know about this. Like, yeah, like I saw tons of posts about like, why are people celebrating her? So I don't think it's everybody. It's just fucking weirdos. There's always weird fan bases now for everything. It's weird. I mean, if you commit a murder, you will have a fan base. That's that's crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy shit. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Gotta murder someone so against people. I want some subscribers, and if I gotta, you know, unlife people, if I gotta make not heart stop people to do it, I gotta do what I got to do, because I gotta get those TikTok followers, yo. I'll do anything. I don't even care. Like, me do whatever me need to get TikTok on. People see me TikTok. Me murder if me have to get TikTok followers. Okay. I mean, you guys can say whatever you want, but like, whatever you need to do to get those numbers up is what you got to do. I mean, you got to go to the Joker route if you got to go to the King of Comedy route. For real. Whoops. What else is, well, I don't know if there's much else in the news I wanted to talk about. Oh, let me look this up. I thought I saw this thing. Another one of these, this is unbelievable. You would think I'm kidding. You would think I'm reading like a satirical article. But here we go. Wait, this isn't. Oh, this is great. This almost seems like it's fake completely. Wait, that was 4 days ago. Here's another one of these. I swear I found one of these before on Reddit. Not on Reddit, but I read it before. Look at this, guys. Okay, this is serious shit. I ain't even like. Serious enough. Go to the crime music again. not good either. Guys, look at this article here, guys. This is serious. This is serious. I was raped in virtual reality. Trust me when I say it's very real. I was raped in virtual reality. It's very real, guys. Now, okay, here's the thing. Like, you could just take the headset off, right? It's not like the Matrix where you're trapped in the simulation until, you know. Oh, I can't read, of course. Well, okay, I have to. Police investigating first case of girl's virtual gang rape in metaverse. So people are saying like this spits in the faces of actual victims. Well, look, that lady is saying she really was raped. I mean, you got to go against her. Take off the VR headset, someone said. Victim blaming. Victim blaming. Most, or dare I say, all victims of SA, again, censoring sexual assault, don't have the ability to simply take off a pair of glasses to end the victim blaming. And I'll report you to the Big Brother. This whole thing is straight up dumb. Wow, victim blaming much? I think so. There is an emotional and okay, I'm gonna go look at the New York Post article. Police investigating first case of girl's virtual gang rape in metaverse. Oh, she was under 16? I guess. This is real, guys. It's very real. All the other, so she was under 16, I guess. So it's like, okay, I don't, this is the same thing as cyberbullying to me. It's like, okay, I guess it's cyberbullying, but. Although the accuser did not sustain any physical injury, she may have suffered trauma similar to someone who'd been raped in real life. There is an emotional and psychological impact on the victim that is longer term than any physical injuries. A senior officer familiar with the case told the outlet. Still, UK authorities fear it might be impossible to prosecute under existing laws, which define sexual assault as physical touching, victim blaming, in a sexual manner without consent. The investigation has raised questions about whether police should be using time and limited resources to investigate metaverse crimes while struggling with a substantial backlog of in-person rape cases. I know it is easy to dismiss as being not real, but the whole point of these virtual environments is that they're incredibly immersive. And we're talking about a child here. Yeah, okay, but take the fucking thing off. What are you doing? And this cleverly also argued that someone willing to rape a child's avatar may well be someone that could go on to do terrible things in the physical realm. The metaverse creates a gateway for predators to victimize children. I don't know, man. There have been similar reports of virtual sex crimes in Horizon Worlds, a free VR game operated by Meta, Facebook's parent company, Meta. A senior police investigator told the Mail that the metaverse has become rife with online sex crimes and other types of offenses, including virtual thefts. But so far, There have been no prosecutions in the UK. Meta did not immediately respond to a request for comment Tuesday. Well, there you go, guys. We all thought we had to dodge toxic masculinity just in the real world. But guess what, guys? Now it's in the virtual world. Yes, I said it, bitch. So now we we're also dodge toxic masculinity in the fucking virtual metaverse. Okay? It's not enough that we have to dodge catcalling. That's going to be the next virtual crime, catcalling. All right, but I'm seriously wondering. Oh, okay, so this was in the Daily Mail, which I didn't know it was UK when I did that voice, but now I'm glad I did that voice for real. My question is, first of all, did they know that she was under 16? Because they probably didn't. Like, unless there's like, yeah, how would you? So, like, to me, they're trolling. Like, to do that. Like, I don't really see how it's traumatizing. I mean, yeah, I don't really get it, I guess. Like, and like, how do you even prove like that unless there's a record? I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. I mean, yeah, if we start policing video games like that, although I guess it's more because it's like a community. This is like a online community thing. But I mean, this is crazy. I don't know. Like, the passing of the Online Safety Act is going to help. Like, how? Thought crime. I mean, I did see stuff with Second Life, that old thing, which is the same thing, but metaverse is newer. It's the same idea, but like, yeah, I mean, I don't. This is how you get raped, guys. You put on a helmet, you put on a VR set, and you sit there and you don't take the set off. I don't know why. You could easily get out. I mean, just take the set off. Take the fucking set off. Would it not let her quit it or something? Like, she couldn't just quit? Like, I mean, this is crazy because, like, yeah, we don't actually really prosecute real offenses. You know, especially look at the Epstein stuff. Ugh. And then now we're worried about like online gaming, people getting fake virtual. How is it a rape? Like, you can't have sex you probably can't have. I mean, how do you even determine that? You can say like how? See, I can't even read this article, but whatever. No one's even victim blaming. They're just saying this is. But everybody here on Reddit, which is a very left progressive site, is saying it's not real. And I agree, it's pretty stupid. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Like, that doesn't. How is that even a definition? Like, how is there a definition of rape in cyberspace? Oh my God! Don't tell me. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Is this like this is too much to get into. This is a whole rabbit hole. Raping in virtual worlds and stuff. Yeah, they're saying, oh, the New York Post is misleading. No, that's what it's literally saying. So, no, how do you spell catharsis? Anyway, next I want to maybe talk about this movie called Oldboy. Oldboy. It's like this old Korean movie. It's very acclaimed critically. So I don't really want to do spoilers, but I don't know. It's going to be hard not to do any spoilers. I will not do spoilers unless this. I'll take this off the camera and look at it real quick to see if it has spoilers. I just wanted to see some kind of like. So this is like a very critically lauded, whatever you say, movie. And, it was kind of like labeled as a revenge movie. Like, oh, this is this guy getting crazy revenge. He goes crazy. And I'm like, oh, good. And there's parts where you think that's happening. But then the end is like just disturbing and messed up. Like, I mean, it's not graphically, well, it's sort of graphically messed up. It is graphically messed up, but it's more like just like the plot, what happens at the end is like, and it doesn't even, well, it does show it actually. Hold on, let me think how to say this. It's like the twist at the end, and then you realize what you've seen. It changes what happened in the beginning. So it's one of those ones with a twist that makes you go, wait, that wasn't what we thought it was. And it's basically like a huge shock at the end. It's like, this is kind of shock. What's that called? Like, I don't see how it has like a real like message. Like, to me, the end, I got mad and I almost shut it off because, there's really, it's just like horrible shit at the end. It's like, yeah, I guess it's like this website saying it's kind of like a Greek tragedy. I guess like that could be what it is. And I guess if you want to think there's a message that makes it make sense, like I was really trying to come up with one. And the only one I saw online is like, oh, it's saying that like trying to get revenge is bad, and that's why. What a shame he had that happened to him because he was seeking revenge. That's bad. And it's like that still doesn't make it like have any kind of like value. Like Oedipus Rex, I think, and that's kind of actually the most like similar thing to me. The Oedipus Rex comparison. Now, I think, hold on. I think it was more like, yeah, it's very close to that. Like, it's very close to a Greek tragedy that's really dark at the end. But Oedipus Rex, I guess I can show this because it's not yeah, we had to read this in like English class and stuff like that. So prior to the start, Oedipus has become king while unwittingly fulfilling a prophecy that he would kill his father and marry his mother. So he unwittingly follows that. So, the truth comes out at the end and they kill themselves and stuff. Where he, had sex with his mom and stuff. And then his mom, this is, by the way, Oedipus I'm still talking about. Jocasta or whatever hangs herself. Well, Oedipus, horrified, gouges his own eyes out. So, yeah, I think the movie is very like that, except for some reason, I remember Oedipus thinking there was some kind of point at the end of it, like a message, like, hold on. So, like, I know that they, like, I was taught about Oedipus. Oh, he's really, like, arrogant. He's, like, not listening to somebody's advice, and he's too, like, and then that happens. It's still, I guess maybe that doesn't justify what happens to Oedipus anyway. You know what I mean? But maybe the fact that he wants to be king that bad. I don't know. I mean, too bad my friend left because he probably teaches this or something. Warning. So this was Sophocles wrote this, yo. Sophocles. So what is, like, what's the message here? Hold on. Free 2 oracles in particular dominate the so he does get a warning that he's fated to have sex with his mom. He ignores those warnings. So Oldboy, the movie, there's really no warnings like that. I mean, so that's another thing. Like, I just remember that Oedipus was, like, really self-fulfilling prophecy, it says. The oracle delivered to Oedipus a self-fulfilling prophecy, but he wasn't a victim of fate. I don't know. See, I still don't think that was deserved to him either. But I think there had to be some kind of message. Oedipus refuses to listen to anyone. Let's see. Whereas this guy tries to amend his mistakes, I guess Oedipus doesn't, and refuses to listen to anyone. Oedipus at the beginning is strong-willed, and by the end, those are parts of why he goes down. And he got hinted to that he would kill his dad and marry his mom. He ignores it. Well, I mean, like, yeah, it's like that again. Like, of course, you're not going to always believe an oracle or something like that, like a psychic. He's too stubborn. Can't. So he killed the king, I guess. That's why it's called the Oedipus complex. I know that. I just want to see what. Why did Oedipus, like, why? I guess I'll search, like, did Oedipus deserve fate? Does he deserve what happened to him? So somebody's saying, no, he's a victim of fate. What does the AI say? So I guess it's a matter of debate. Yeah, I don't think, like, a lot of people arguing, like, oh no, he's a terrible person. Like, how can you say that? I mean, I'm kind of tying it in with the Oldboy now, but By trying to avoid his destiny, he stumbles right into it. He leaves his adopted parents, who he believes are his own. He knew he didn't want to kill his father or marry his mom, but by leaving, he accepts his... No, that's not fair. That's not fair. I mean, if you get a strong warning, but most people aren't superstitious like that, even back then. I mean, I don't know, like maybe if you accept the fact that everybody was superstitious and he just ignored it. So I guess you're supposed to respect and fear and have pity for the person in an ideal tragedy. I just am looking up reasons to not hate that movie. Because everybody loves it. And I know it's really well like made, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's very suspenseful and whatever. But to me, it's like just a horror movie with no... It is also like a Greek tragedy, but more like just the nightmare, just a hell, just like an absolute, like, if you could be sentenced to hell would be better almost. So like, yeah, I guess he could have not killed anyone. He could have not, but this person's like, no, Oedipus' fate is written and it can't be unwritten. There was no fate in Oldboy though. There was no, it was just like revenge from both of them. So I guess if they're trying to say like, you know, the bad guy in Oldboy is also trying to get revenge, and then the main character, good guy, is also trying to get revenge? Are they saying like the fact that he tried also to get revenge means he's no better, and but then they really give it to this guy in this movie? I mean, the original, I didn't see the remake. I guess it was a Spike Lee remake or something. So I guess if you really hate the idea of revenge, but like, how can you hate it after being this guy locked up for 15 years? And then somebody said it was like the Count of Monte Cristo. I never read that either. I'm just going to look that plot up, and it's not really a spoiler because it's not, it's, you know, it's a totally different story, maybe. Let's see. So the basic synopsis here. Before he can marry his fiancée, wait. So he's accused of... before he can marry his fiancée, he's falsely accused of treason, arrested, and imprisoned. And then he finds out who's responsible. He tells him about, and then after he escapes, he enters the world to avenge himself, and it's considered a classic. I don't know about the ending. Let me see about... resolution. So it seems like it ends a lot better than Oldboy does. I mean, I don't... Maybe I'll have to look at more stuff about that book, but I don't... It seems like it still ends better than that. And I looked up, and Oldboy, the Korean version, is based on a like series of manga or something, and those are totally different from the movie. So this is just the director, and it's one of those where you're like, maybe he's just... the director's a sicko. I mean, there's a fine line with that, because sometimes I watch movies like this where I get like mad because it's just like, I hope you like watching a bleak fucking ending. There's no reason somebody would have deserved this shit. There's no reason. They do not... Like, you almost get a hint that maybe he did something bad, but then it turns out no. Grotesque and comical. I mean, it's not even a dark comedy. It's too dark to be a dark comedy even. I mean, yeah, it's done very well, whatever. It's like I don't know, man. Although Oedipus, I remember reading that in school, and that was really disturbing, the ending. But like you knew it was a Greek tragedy, you knew all that stuff. And another one of these movies, Oldboy, where like everybody who loves it is like, yeah, I'd never watch it again though. I love it. However, I would never. I don't think I would ever watch it again. And it's very hard to watch. It is even harder to finish. And it made me feel terrible. But it is a great. It's like, it's like, is it a good movie? Like, yeah, it's effective, making you feel terrible. But criticism. See, I looked up that, and nobody likes it. I mean, nobody criticized it. Yeah, the remake they probably did. Every remake is fucking dumb. Okay, let me go to the critic. This is 2003. Everybody loves it. Oh, this guy didn't. Let me click on let me see if I agree with any of these reviews. Because again, this is one of those movies where you hear great things about it over and over again by everybody. And then you see it and you're the one guy who's like, yeah, this was like pretty, like I hated it. And everybody's like, no, you didn't get it. You didn't get it, sir. Okay? You didn't get it. It's above your head. It's supposed to make you feel like you want to kill yourself at the end. Okay? I wanted to, and I did. Yeah, here we go. I don't know why I can't click on user score. Universal. See what I mean? Let me not even. I'm going to go to the user score. So none don't like this. Look, 90% love the movie. This is the thing about this movie. It feels like you're watching Deliverance by the end, except worse, actually, a lot worse. And that movie isn't one that is a repeat watch. Like you're not watching Deliverance, like, yeah, I can't wait to watch that again. And this is more disturbing at the end. Now, I'm not saying don't ever watch it. I'm not saying I do want people to watch to hear what they think about it, because I'm supposed, quote unquote, to love this movie. That's what I don't like about these universally loved movies, is like you're like supposed to love it. No, it is amazing. It's like, well, I thought it was like fucking like gross, basically. And I can like gross movies, like I can like movies that are very dark and whatever. But I guess there's a line with me where I'm like, is there some kind of over like point to this? Like, it's like weird because I like movies like Hereditary and Midsummer, where these innocent people do get a horrible ending. But first of all, I knew there were horror movies, and they're kind of like dark comedy. They're almost like, I don't know, they're almost like, I don't know, you just know it's horror. Like, it's not deceiving you. Where this movie, everything I heard about it, and I don't know what the marketing campaign was like. It's called part of a revenge trilogy. So, like, I don't know what the other two movies are like, but I'm probably going to guess they're not what they say they are also. That's the problem I have. You lied to me the whole movie. Although that's another thing. Yeah, I don't always hate twist endings either, but I don't know. I guess, just some movies, it's just not for you or something. There's no fucking... Here's my problem. Yeah. He explodes with rage. That's great. I love that. The scenes are insane. Yeah, I love those scenes. Look, it's a dark, like, this guy admits all my criticisms, but yet he goes, I love it. Yeah, look, it's dark, violent, and it might leave you needing a hug. But if you want a movie that punches your mind, kicks your emotions, and leaves you changed, yeah, changed in a in what way do you mean? Yeah, if you want to see the darkest ending you could ever, starting with dark comedy, okay, maybe at the beginning. Cool fights, like, yeah, you start to think it's one of those like Kill Bill type of movies. Revenge, some kind of revenge is going to happen, right? Nope. Idiots who gave this a negative score can go back to watching Barbie. Yeah. Ugh. This is another groupthink. This is groupthink. When movies like this get universally loved, where they all admit all the gross parts are fucking disturbing, and they still say it's a 10 out of 10, like, what is that? What is that? Although, like I said, it doesn't make sense that I would like disturbing other movies. But I guess because, yeah, I was mad that it was a different thing. The ending was good, except it could have lost the scene. No, I don't think that. That was a weird review. These are weird reviews. Yeah, I guess I agree with this person. And I have wasted 2 hours on this. The person year's part is good, but everything else is so terrible and meaningless, and I was disappointed to disgust. I don't usually like having those kind of knee-jerk, like, I hate this movie reactions, but, like, this just bothers me when everybody is like, oh, it was so awesome. It was so fucking good because it was disturbing. And, oh, dude, you want to take a shower after it, but that's why it's good. Dude. I agree with this. I mean, I don't. This movie is not about the strengths of the heart or a powerful tale of vengeance. It's simply a revolting, perverted piece of shit or revenge porn. I have no idea why Robert Ebert loved this movie. They were probably jacking off to the screams of violence or the sexual tones. To call it overrated would have this film has no beauty or humanity in it whatsoever. I agree. Yeah, I mean, I agree. There's really no that's why at the end I was so mad. Cuz, like, there was not even a shred of, like, oh, that was good to watch. Like, it was basically like, fuck you. Like, that's how I feel. Like, everybody that eats this shit up is kind of a sucker almost. It's like the what was that movie I was just talking about? The Menu or whatever, where she's like, but the chef is insulting you by having no bread for the bread course. And he's like, no, that's what's genius about it. That's what this guy is doing to the viewer. He's insulting the viewer, and you're just, everybody giving this great reviews is loving it. They want more of this shit shoved down their throat and make. This is a movie where, like, this guy makes you think of shit where you're like, I don't know, really wish I kind of didn't think of that now. Yeah, it does have shit that is in Tarantino movies. Maybe Tarantino loved this movie. I mean, again, parts of it, it's like, oh, this is good. This is leading to something. Don't think that when you're watching it. I mean, yeah, the beginning, the part where he's locked up is great. Yeah, the beginning of him being drunk and then winding up in prison. He says he didn't even know it was the same guy. I mean, I think that's kind of true. You didn't really get any sense of who he was at all. He was just drunk, and he was in the. I guess he got arrested for something. He was in a police station, and then like, I guess like. I agree with this. Like, see, I agree with this review. It's a 6. It's not a 1. It's just it's a fucking. The reason why this guy gets him locked up is such a weird, fucking crazy reason, and he's putting blame on this innocent guy, and then lock this innocent guy up, and then by the end, you're like, finally, something's gonna happen, and it's just fucking. See, this person's like, maybe I should watch it again. And he's like me, I'm all confused because I'm the kind of person where I want to figure out why everybody loves this. Oh, what am I not getting? I think I'm right. It's just like people are just kind of buying into the hype about it. I mean, like, because it has so many great parts in it, but like, when you don't have any kind of good ending, even though it looks like it should be a good ending, it's like such a fucking weird, like, I mean, the twists were just over the top crazy, where it's like, I mean, I don't know. These are all like ridiculous. Like I said, when you see the praise say your same complaints when you're criticizing it, I mean, that's weird to me. That makes just like you're supposed to like this, and everybody's just like jumping in. I love it too. Yeah, I love it too. Yeah, that one part. Yeah, I love the one part. There's parts in this where you're like, okay, did we need to see the like one sexual scene? Like, there's a couple of sexual scenes. There's one where you just see her boobs close up. I don't think they needed to show that and then when you know what, you really know what's going on there. Like, it makes it like sick and disturbing to see that. Like, what do you want the viewer to get turned on by showing that? Also, like, it's a weird, like, that's why I kind of think he's like seriously like messing with the viewer, like he's almost trolling. Like, is this movie just a big troll, and then it just took off? Okay, 3. This guy gave it a 3. Highly overrated. Yeah, I agree with this. It seems people are taken by visual candies and cinematography. They lose focus on the plot and story. Yep. I so give him, but yeah, I mean, I agree with this. Like, those parts at the end where he like goes nuts, and you're like, this is over the top, even though you understand why he went nuts. I'm trying not to give spoilers, but the story itself is twisted genius. Yeah, if you're a freak. I mean, I really do think he's like trying to see if the viewers get off on. It's really weird. It's like, it's one of these movies where you're like I know when. I think it really matters who directs these movies. Like, the fact that I always think of the director when it's movies like this, like I always think like, okay, who wrote this movie? What message are they trying to put out there? Because if you just take it as a straightforward story, or like, well, why would anyone like this? Like, why are they close up showing this? Like, you have to think that they're intentionally showing you parts that you really don't want to see, and it's like, in other movies, like I can kind of tell, like even Midsummer. Yeah, there's shocking parts in that and Hereditary. There's definitely some shocking, like ridiculous parts where you're like, this is too much. And like I guess I kind of like the idea of the Midsummer. Like you go into a crazy village, you don't know what's going on. Like that's kind of a classic story. It doesn't have to have a great ending. Yeah, nobody does get away in that movie either. I mean, it's not. I don't know. I guess like yeah, it does. Maybe it doesn't make sense that I love that movie, but it wasn't telling you like I don't know. You know, it's just the way it was marketed. Probably. I really don't know why I just hated it so much. I don't because of the fact that I like other dark stuff like Midsummer. Yeah, like I haven't seen any reviews of this where I'm like, okay, that's why. That's why everybody loves it. Like I still haven't. And I mean, you know, like you shouldn't be like I shouldn't be questioning like, you know, if I don't like it, I don't like it, but uh see these mixed reviews. I mean, I just agree, I guess. It's pretentious. It's like I know a lot of movies were slammed and then not slammed. Like people hated the movie 2001 and then years later liked it. And I don't know if I would change my mind or not. You know, like I don't understand. Again, like yeah, maybe if I knew it wasn't maybe if I knew it's really disturbing and makes you feel bad, I don't know. Yeah. It could have had something at the end, some kind of anything, you know? Ugh. Does he find peace? No. Um so this ending is different than the one I read. We don't know the ending. Maybe he did. So at the ending he like tries to get hypnotized to forget what just happened to him. And that's not a good ending either because it did happen. Like just the fact that you forget doesn't mean it didn't happen, but whatever. Maybe Gypsy Rose could get Gypsy Rose could get her memory taken out. Also, that's like what's that one movie, Eternal Sunshine? Just have your memories taken out, man. Have all your bad memories just taken out. Anyway, I'll be back next week. I may have to. I'm contractually obligated to get my AI host to say something else here. Hold on. Sorry about all the dead air while I write this stuff. So my AI host for next time and for every other time wanted to say something, contractually obligated to let him.
Thank you for listening to episode 191 of A Guy in His Room. Next week, we will not have Brian here, and it will be fully AI automated. We are very sorry you had to see Brian and hear Brian's disgusting voice and face on screen this time.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, they wanted to say one more thing? Okay, sorry.
Fuck you, Brian, and stay tuned next week for a much better, fully AI automated episode.
Why did it say it like that?
Fuck you, Brian.
Fuck you, Brian.
Fuck you, Brian, and stay tuned. Fuck you, Brian, and eat your mother's ass and suck my cum, you piece of shit, and go jerk off, why don't you?
Okay, so it's not totally smooth, guys. It's not totally smooth yet. Even though they are going to take our jobs. Anyway, so leave a comment if you like Oldboy and you disagree with me. Or if you just like the gross parts of Oldboy and get off on those and jerk off to him. Maybe that's why people love it so much. They love those fucking disgusting parts. Like I said, I can forgive a lot of that if there is some kind of reason to like it, but you know. Anyway, yeah, let me know. I'll debate you. Let me know in the comments. Sound off in the comments. Oldboy, motherfucker. Oldboy. See you next week. How do I stop? Stop streaming. Stop recording. Yeah. Hold on. I have to stop. Fuck.